people are wrong about Avowed. From how much hate this game got on first launch, you'd swear that like installing it installed 7 million different viruses. It was unplayable, laggy, and just overall horrible. And that hasn't been my experience at all. And you know what? I decided enough is enough, okay? I'm gonna defend this game. So many weeks too late. It released a month ago. Now, you might be thinking, Six, this is unadulterated glaze. Like, they're not paying you. Why are you speaking good about Avowed? And to that I say, who says they're not paying me, huh? I almost have 800 subs on YouTube. That's motion. Now, secondly, this game is definitely one of those games that's better without somebody whispering in your ear how bad it sucks all the time. So I think the fact that I only heard about the game because I was randomly scrolling on Steam like 2 days before the game released is like what tailored me to like the game more. Because let me tell you, the reviewers got their copies and everyone collectively despised it. It literally did the opposite of build up hype for the game. I think maybe they gave them buggy copies of the game to review. If that's the case, Obsidian Studios, what are you doing? Are you trying to kill the game off launch? But yeah, basically the trailer popped up on my Steam randomly. I saw there was like cool magic guys. I said, oh my God, I love cool magic guys. I'm gonna buy it immediately. I'm very irresponsible with my money. Here are some of the common complaints that people have had. And now I'm gonna be talking about every single one and why I disagree with that. Starting off with the fact that the game is unoptimized as hell. We can all agree it's very stupid and very dumb for a game to be basically unplayable if you don't have a top of the line, latest generation everything on your PC. Imagine for a second, you did have a Giga PC. How would the game be then? I put all of the money that I could have been saving to, like, I don't know, pay my taxes, put a down payment on a house into my PC. So you best believe it ran like a friggin' drain. So the optimization issue wasn't really a problem for me personally because I have the latest gear. I realize that's like incredibly privileged, but it's my review. Fuck are you gonna do about it, huh? Secondly, there's no real way to combat somebody saying something's bad because it's their opinion and I can't be like, no, you're wrong factually. But I experienced a lot of fun playing the game, okay? Sure, it doesn't do much new things, but I like the things that it does. Does that make sense? All right, but enough yapping, enough yammering, okay? Let's get into the reasons why I love the game. Hey, you like my cat? It glows. Subscribe. The visuals in this game, astonishing. In game 2, whether it's the fur on Garrick's face or even just like looking around, everywhere felt really beautiful, really polished. There was no artifacting or anything like that. I will say though, the Paradise and at least the surrounding areas around it are kind of barren and empty. I would have expected the main capital city of this place to have a little bit more of a population. Now, I can understand why that isn't the case, you know? We are actively like doing colonization in this area, so I can understand this population wouldn't be that massive, but I would have loved to see more people moving around and stuff. But other than that, the game just really is fantastic to look at. The second thing I love is how the game feels to play, okay? Specifically, its combat system. The attacks are fluid and freeform, and the fact that you can switch between magic attacks and, you know, your regular combat seamlessly, it's just so freaking, it makes you feel like a real wizard, or at least someone with real actual godlike powers. And the combat is super simple and easy to understand. Like even a toddler could pick up the combat in this game. The way it works is nothing new, okay? You have your light attack, you have your heavy attack, and then you can guard, you can block. Like the game goes with the philosophy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Like it's not trying to reinvent the wheel here. And I think that's what people were expecting and hoping it would do. And they were sorely disappointed. And me coming in with like no expectations on this game, I really liked it. If you want a really complex combat system, if that's like what you want in a game, try Kingdom Come Deliverance. Try For Honor. I mean, hell, even try Dark Souls for all I care. Have crippling depression.
Fuck this fucking guy. What the f—
Furthermore, I like the way the game handles the tutorials by putting them in a text box in the corner, okay? Most people already know how to do these mechanics because they've played a video game before. People are coming in with the general knowledge, like if you click the right mouse button, you're gonna attack. If you click the left mouse button, you're gonna defend. I might have mixed up my right and my left. Please do not come for me in the comments, okay? I am dyslexic. Although I think this one is just personal to me because I recently played Fable, and it's just, it's just, the tutorial is so hand-holding. Hey, let me know if you want a Fable review. It's sick. Now, my last reasoning as to why I love this game so much is a little bit out there. So you're gonna have to bear with me for a second. I think AVOWED is the best representation that we have right now for D&D in video game format. At least in the way that I experience the game. But 6, that is an objectively stupid thing to say when Baldur's Gate 3 exists. I know, but hear me out. I've played Baldur's Gate 3. I've played it a lot. I'd wager that it is one of, if not the greatest representation of top-down tabletop RPG experience. You know, where you have your table, you have your big grid, you're moving around your pieces physically in the real world or online. I also play a lot of D&D. Hold on. I play a lot of D&D. Oh God, now I need to pick these shits up. Ah! I don't know if I could speak for most D&D players, but when I'm playing D&D, I'm not imagining myself as a god looking down on all of the players and pushing them around these objects, even though that is literally what I'm doing. I'm imagining myself in a closer, more personal, more intimate position, like in the body of my character, slinging the spells from my hands. And my allies are to the right and to the left of me, also attacking that same thing. Baldur's Gate is really good at capturing the first part where you're moving the characters around. It's really accurate on that. It's not good at capturing that feeling that I get of actually being my character and actually doing these things myself as me. But I'll admit, when I first heard about Baldur's Gate 3 and I heard it was gonna be a D&D game through and through, I thought it was gonna look more like AVOWED than Baldur's Gate. So yeah, to wrap things up, the optimization issue wasn't an issue for me, and it's definitely not going to be an issue for anyone else in like later patches, okay? Same thing with the bugs and the glitches. I didn't notice any from my playthrough. You might have noticed some. It will be patched out eventually, just like Cyberpunk.
Is this game worth it? Does that answer your question?
And as for the people saying that the game is bland, I hope I've given a thorough enough explanation as to why I don't feel that's the case. But I am more than happy to be wrong on this, okay? So let me know what you think in the comments. Have a nice day.